William Hunt Savile sponsors the Trilby Tour, the perfect gentleman's playground.
This week on the Trilby Tour, a window cleaner, a butcher and a helicopter pilot compete against another 100 or so amateur golfers to try and become champion of Cumbria. The Trilby Tour returns to the edge of the lakes and the glorious surroundings of Carus Green. With the sun beating down and stunning views in every direction, conditions are perfect and the players are ready for the fight. Surely nothing can possibly go wrong. Coming up on the show, we have all the best of the play from a beautiful day at Carus Green. We have our first chaotic playoff of the year when 4 men take on 3 holes and the holes win. And we'll have even more terrible golf in Rogues Gallery. Love is in the air as Hannah Wilkes meets the players on the first tee, but now let's hand to our commentator, Mr. Rob Lee.
Thanks, Mac. Yes, we're back at Carus Green in Kendal in Cumbria, just alongside the edge of the Lake District. It's another beautiful day, perfect for the Trilby Tourians to try and pit their wits against this 6,000-yarder. Let's get to Hannah on the first tee.
Thanks, Rob. Now, Graham Hillen, you played in Northumberland last year.
Yep.
Missed out on the top 10 by a point. That must have been painful.
I've had worse moments.
Quite measured about it all. What are you going to do to make sure you get that extra point and get to the top 10 this year?
Well, rely on my caddy, make sure his numbers are right and just pull the shot off. If it comes off, it comes off. If it doesn't, it's still a good day. You know what I mean?
I like your positive attitude. You mentioned your caddy. Who is the caddy? Who have you got today?
My cousin Barry, he caddied for me last year and we play a lot of golf together, so he's probably one of the best that knows my game inside out.
Ah, one of the very best. Pressure's on for Barry. Have you played here at all? Did you have a practice
Played
round?
yesterday.
How did you find it?
Yeah, lovely course. Enjoyed it.
Yeah?
Really nice.
Any kind of obstacles? Anything that's making you a bit nervous?
No, just picking the right club. Certain holes, leave a driver in the bag, just try and get it in play. The second shot's not too long, you know what I mean? So, yeah, just pick the right club on the tee.
Well, you make it sound so very simple.
It is simple.
It's a simple
human
game,
side
really,
that makes it problems.
Yeah, best of luck.
Right, okay, thank you.
So if you close your eyes and just listen to Graham, it is Kenny Dalgleish. Uncanny. Now, what about the swing for the 5 handicapper? Plies his trade at Trump Turnberry. That's quite flash. And that's all right. The little opener, 123 yards.
Mathers.
Hi, you okay?
I'm all right. How are you?
Good, not too bad today.
Have you recovered from Preston? Because once again, it did not go entirely to plan, did it?
Didn't go well at all. Didn't feel good last week. I felt a bit uncomfy. I had the wrong shirt on and everything, you know what I mean? It was hard last week at Preston. Looks a lot easier today.
Yeah, well, when
Looking
you were
forward to
here
it.
last year,
Yes.
things also did not go to plan
No.
on this first hole, did they? 'Cause
No.
how many shots did you take before you picked up?
Oh, I think it might have been 5 or 6, you know, and I could have picked up after the 4, to be honest, but, you know, this year will be different. Fancy it this time.
You feel like you've got your game face on today.
No, do you know, I feel quite confident today, yeah.
Yeah, you look it.
Yeah.
You're even smiling. We
I
love it
am.
when you smile.
Yeah. Looking forward to it.
Do you know what? I'm not going to bully you or make this more tense than it needs to be. While you're feeling good and you're on a high, I'm going to say, go and play the best golf of your life.
Thank you very much.
You
I appreciate
can do
it. Thank you.
Well, Hannah getting right behind Mather. At the first.
That's not bad, lad. Yeah, it's good. Looking right, though, isn't it? Excuse my French.
That's not bad. That's not bad. It's not close. It's not bad. It's not good.
Now, Mike Turner. Not your first time on the Trilby Tour. You played here last year.
I did.
How did you get on?
29 points last year, bit of a disappointment, but try a little bit harder and get stuck in again this year.
What are you going to do better? Where have you improved your game in preparation for today?
Not expect too much really. I suppose let the occasion get to me a little bit last year, so yeah, going to give it a go and enjoy it more this year. So yeah, just.
So less about the game, more about the mental state. Now this is your home course.
It is.
That gives you a huge advantage.
Supposedly.
What hazards do you need to be on the watch for as you go around? Where can you gain the advantage? Use your inside knowledge.
Yeah, I suppose it's not a place where you just whack drive everywhere really. You've just got to be a little bit more strategic with your play, so hopefully that can bode well for today. Fingers crossed.
Strategic and calm sounds like a recipe for success.
We will try.
Good luck.
Thank you very much indeed.
So second Trilby Tour for the captain. Here he is to boldly go. Oh, it's a good swing. Oh, so much passion. He's only been in the game for 15 seconds. What a start.
Kenny Curran, welcome back to the Trilby Tour. Now this is your home course.
It is, yeah.
So where are the high points? Where are the low points?
The high points, it's a fantastic course. The weather's always beautiful like this. Not really, it's a rainy place. It's Cumbria. The low points was my first tee off last year that I got about 30 yards across the grass.
Are you hoping for at least a better start?
Yes, yes.
Feeling confident?
Absolutely. Yeah, I think so.
Yeah? Who have you got in the bag for you today?
Andrew Pickering.
Yeah? Is he a good caddy?
He's one of our golf pros.
Oh, excellent. So you've got him on the bag. You can't go wrong, really.
No, that's right, yeah.
What are you hoping to do here today? What score are you kind of aiming for?
If I could get near 30, I'd be quite pleased.
Near 30. It'd be
Yes.
good if you're pleased. Probably won't get you in the top 10.
I know.
No top 10 ambitions, just an improvement.
If I get an improvement, that'd be great. I'd love to get in that. I'm being realistic.
Bit of realism never hurt anyone.
I know.
Best of luck.
Thank you.
Hannah's prophetic words, you can't go wrong. We shall see. There's the opener. A bit of muttering on the tee box. He's found the lawn. That's fine. Nothing wrong with that. Maybe he's one of the favourites.
Now, Bob Whiteley, you are quite a famous man amongst the Trilby-torians because for many years you had the worst score ever.
Yeah, but that looks like I could be beaten today with a bit of luck.
It does, but do you know what? I'm not going to talk to you about the golf because you've got something quite special planned today, haven't you? Tell us what you're going to do before you tee off.
I have, yes. Well, my other half, Alison, bless her, she's followed me to every Trilby Tour event I've been to. And I decided it's about time I made an honest woman of her. So I'm going to propose marriage to her on the first tee today. And she knows nothing about this, hopefully. And hopefully she's going to say yes.
Gosh, I really hope she does. Well, sincerest good luck to you. We are very excited and we can't wait to cheer really loudly. So, you go get on that first tee.
The only thing that makes the day better is making the playoffs.
One thing at a time.
That's one thing at a time.
Good luck.
This is Bob's long-suffering partner. She's been with him. Right, no, you're not playing his shot. I think after all this time of putting up with his rubbish golf and his dubious performances, there's something that Bob would like to say.
Well, if you all don't know who I am, there's something wrong with you. But Alison's been to every Trilby Tour event with me, come hell, come rain or shine. And I think it's about time I reward the lady for all her patience. So, Alison Mary Shepherd, will you marry me?
She hasn't said yes yet. Wait a minute.
Well, we'll take that as a yes. Emotional moment at the first. Now, how do you settle down and hit a shot after that opener? Now, he's giving that a right old smack. Don't go long here, because there are rocks. Oh, it's called rocks, the first soon-to-be married Bob Whiteley. Let's hope that's not where his marriage ends up. He's underway. Out to the golf course then, to the par 4 7th. You can drive this par 4, it's not long, just over 250 yards. In trouble off the tee, so Hillen's third. And he's played that very well. Stay there. And that's excellent. So he might scrape out with a par. Not too many shots for the 5 handicapper. Tony Mather. He must have just felt the wind get up there a little bit, tried to keep it low, and he did that very successfully. Excellent shot. Coming towards the end with just 8 points. The man who was told before he teed off what could possibly go wrong. A lot, in fact, has gone wrong today. Just 8 points. It'll still be 8 points with 2 holes to play. Bob Whiteley, 18 points so far through 12 holes, so he's got some making up to do. It's not a long course, Carus Green, but it's pretty tricky. This is getting better and better, and that's very well played. Putt to get to 21. Hillen for the par, an excellent par. Not to beat, tee shot cost him. In the end, 30 points for Graham Hillen, and that, at this point, is good enough to lead in the clubhouse. Amazingly. Mather still at the other end of his round. 7 points through the first 4 holes. Now this is third after an extraordinary second. Well, he got it airborne. That was good. Curran pressing on. 8 points so far. And, well, he might as well drop out and try and make it 10. Just the 8 points in total for Kenny Curran. Will he be back? Come back! Mather for the par. 3 very different shots to here and a 40-footer up the hill. Racing towards the hole. Oh, well, he had a go. Still going. The almost newlywed, Whiteley. Oh, sunken like a true Trilby, but DNQ with 24 points. That will not get the job done. Bye-bye, Bob. Mather's 5th shot at the 5th. Well, he made that, and in the end it was a 28-pointer. At this early stage, it's a playoff position, but that will struggle.
Unbelievable Paul Naylor. Our reigning champion of Cumbria. Are you going to be defending your title today?
I'm going to be giving it my best shot.
Yeah.
My form is not fantastic at the minute. I must admit, I did have an unbelievable year. I have loved it. That word has come back to haunt me on so many occasions. But it's all been good. It's been very, very good. I've loved it.
Well, I'm glad you've enjoyed it while it's lasted. Why is the game so bad?
I don't know. I just can't find my form. I've practiced. I've had few practice rounds around here, just not finding the middle of the club face. So if I struggle to 30 points today, I'll be happy. I'm just glad to be here. But I will be giving it my best shot.
Good. You just got to relax, enjoy it.
I always relax.
But that is the pressure of the crown, isn't it?
Well,
it
a little
heavy.
bit. A little bit, I suppose. But I will enjoy it, irrespective of the performance.
Good luck.
Yeah, thank you very much.
Once a champion on the Trilby Tour, always a champion on the Trilby Tour. Naylor starts his defence. Oh, applause, applause, applause. Plugged, stuffed. See you later.
The perfect gentleman's playground. The perfect gentleman's playground.
And we're back. We're at Carus Green for the second William Hunt Trilby Tour Championship of Cumbria in 2 years. Everybody is now teed off. 30 is the best score in the clubhouse at this stage. The course proving pretty tricky. So, let's get back out there to the 15th. 25 points so far. In with a run. Mike Turner. This is his club and the current club champion. So he was a fancied runner and rider coming into this day. At the 18th, 30 points so far for Paul Naylor, and this will help a lot. Long, long putt. Tentative, that's a little tentative. He's done a lot of good work to this point. Needs that one. Martin Cannon, who's also a member at Carus Green. Tacking his way up here, up the 13th. He plays off 13. First attempt at the Trilby Tour tilt. Now for the par, 32 points. Oh, right in the middle, 32 it is. New clubhouse leader. Sterling defence. Par 3, 15th, 179 yards. So putter from the front for Mike Turner. And it's pretty good. This is delicate. Right next to the water here at the 18th. I'll rephrase that. It was a delicate scenario. The shot wasn't delicate. It was very heavy-handed. Turner's par attempt at 15. And he's starting to close in on the 30s. In fact, it's 33. New Clubhouse lead. Martin Cannon was here in 2. There's a ridge between him and the hole. He's got to carry that, and he hasn't done. So that's going to settle on the low side. Now quite a tricky putt. Sharp escarpment to go up, and then it flattens out. Long, long putt for Kevin Thompson after the chip from the edge of the water. So 4 is the best he can make at 18. Meanwhile, Cannon for his par. 23 points is okay. It's in the frame. Oh, that's going to help. How about that? Pretty unlikely 4, but a 4 it is. For the bogey 4 at 18. Kevin Thompson back and through. It looks simple. Left all day long, but 32 points. Despite that last hole, that's in a playoff position.
Well, I found Mr. William Hunt. William, there's something in the air today. Everyone seems really relaxed and really happy.
I'm not sure I like it. This is the Trilby Tour. It's supposed to be combative. It's supposed to be man against man, and it's but they're just happy here today. And it's weird. Everyone's weird. Everyone's smiling. Sun's out. Place is magnificent. The welcome we got again. Big Graham. It's his place. He's first here, last to leave, and what a place! And the welcome he gives everyone. It's special. It's a very special place. But people are too happy for me. I want to see some sporting, bit of aggression.
Bit of aggression. Well, I think really there's love in the air. We saw Bob Whiteley down on one knee proposing on the first tee. And if that doesn't fill everyone with joy, what will?
It's the only result Bob Whiteley's ever going to get on the Trilby Tour. She said yes. My God. Why would you do that to Bob Whiteley? Why would you say yes to Bob Whiteley?
Oh, you can't knock it.
He's a wonderful man, and he's given his body to the Trilby Tour. Literally, he's tattooed it. Great guy and lovely. Alison's lovely. She comes and supports him every single year. Why? Only Bob knows. Only Bob knows. But 2 wonderful people. Bob's going to do nothing today. I think he's done what he's going to do. He came here to propose to his wife. The golf aspect of Bob's game is not really worth continuing talking about. But it's a great venue, and as we saw last year, the playoff here was really exciting. Really, and I expect nothing less today.
William in chipper mood, so he should be. A really good day being had by all at Carus Green. First look at David Nelthorpe. At the 8th hole, his second shot. Plays at Wickham Golf Club in Newcastle. And that's what he's got left. Tight pin position. Bunker and not much green between him and the hole. Paul Rogers coming towards the close of his round. This is 3 from home. It's a par 5, 16th. A real birdie hole. Kurt's Creek, it's called. You can see the creek. Now, where's that finished? You won't get past our wily cameraman. Eventually he'll get there. 181 yards the last hole. It's a treacherous closing hole. Par 3. Water if you drag it. So the sensible shot is middle to right. Not there. That's the very epicenter of the pond. Nelthorpe's third at 8. Now he's got a bunker to carry. Not much green. Played that very well. Stay there. Yeah, that's a good shot from that. It's called being short-sided. So Rogers laid up into the ideal spot. Big birdie opportunity now. Just punching it forward. Bit of check. Chase on. That's distinctly average. Now Brannon's tee shot. Frank was wet. Dropped out. Now he's going to try and flop it up. That's a very, very good shot. Could still escape with a bogey 4 after going in the water with his tee shot. That'll be a result. Nelthorpe's par attempt at the 8th. 13 points so far. So he's going along okay. A lot of body lean in that putt. Read it well. 33 points. Continue to play some good stuff to David. That's good off of 12 handicap. Rogers' birdie attempt from the fringe of 16. Look at that, 26 points. Can't afford the drop a shot here though. And still work to be done. 32 points in the end. That's playing off right now. And he's got to hang on. He has to hope that others falter. It won't be Brannon. because although got this for a 4, it doesn't matter. He's already got 33 points, and he has 33 points. Tied at the top. Well done, Frank. Okay, let's get to Hannah, who's going to have a look at the playoff holes. Different ones this year from last year, with the boss of Carus Green, Graham Curtin.
Thanks very much, Rob. Now, our playoff holes this week sound like an interesting combination, but trust me, it works. We've got hole number 5, 8 and 18 with pars of 4, 4 and 3. And the most important thing to note about hole number 5, the first of our playoff holes, is that the River Kent runs right alongside it, and the flag is really far to the right-hand side of the green. And to tell us why that is so challenging and how it could cause all sorts of problems is Graham Curtin, who is the big boss here at Carus Green. Graham, how do you go about playing this hole?
Slightly different, because normally off the back tee it's 414 yards. We've brought the tee forward to make it exciting. So it's about 360, but as you say, the pin, it's tight on the right, 4 yards right to that pin, you're in the River Kent and your playoff's over. The other thing that you might have noticed as well was water on the left-hand side. Now, that means if you're going to lay up, the layup becomes very narrow. So is it worth going for it and taking that pond out of play? Better men than me, I'll have to guess.
Water, water everywhere.
Mild peril.
Okay, Graham, so once you've dodged the water on hole number 5, we come on to the 8th. It's a par 4, and from the face of it, it looks like a relatively straightforward par 4, but I'm imagining that you've got 1,000 reasons why it's not.
Well, like all things in golf, if you play it nice and easy, it is nice and easy. It is a straightaway par 4, but it's 482 yards, so it's 2 really good biffs. It's also straight into the prevailing wind. So there's many players, higher handicap players, simply will not get up there in 2 today. The bunker here, which you can see just behind us, that's actually not in play off the tee into the wind, that's at 300 yards, but quite a lot to make it difficult.
The 18th, Graham, is a par 3, relatively simple looking, except you've got that River Kent to get it over to begin with. You've got a lake to the left, plus the clubhouse is overlooking the green, so it's the cauldron, the atmosphere, the pressure of a Trilby Tour playoff.
Absolutely right. Yeah, it was an iconic hole last year when Paul holed his winning putt, and we're back again for the same pressure and the same atmosphere. As you say quite rightly, the pin here is cut very tight to the pond, front of the green. It's 185 yards of carry, and it's slightly into, so that's a really tough shot. There are other options available. As you can see, there's a lot of bailout available, but if you do get it going on the wind and you get a draw on the ball, that is going to bring it into the hole. So actually there is a way of playing this with taking the danger out, but as you rightly say, everybody's on the balcony, everybody's watching, there's hundreds of people there, not easy.
Oh, you've just really built the tension yourself. We can't wait to see what happens. Back to you, Rob.
Thanks, Hannah. Let's get to the back of that 18th green, and Gareth Hudson, second Trilby Tour. Can he finish in style? It's a very good tee shot to get it to there. Not the 2. Starting for home, David Purvis, Morpeth Golf Club in Newcastle. Stay there, that's edge of the green, that's fine. No danger, no drama. Quite a lengthy putt though. 140 yards, the 10th, not a long one. This is a longer par 3, 15. 3 on this back 9, 10, 15 and 18. Martin Cannon. Chipping, lobbing required. The tee shot was good. The putt was aggressive for the par. And that's excellent. 34 points. Brand new clubhouse leader. Gareth Hudson, well played in the box seat. Purvis from the fringe. All square with the golf course through the first 9 holes. So more of the same, and he's on target. Got a little excited with that one, perhaps. Out of his comfort zone. The Carus members generally doing well. Here's another one. Ian Fairhurst at 18. Definitely playing away from the water. Trying to find a way not to make a 5. And he's thought about this long and hard. It's a pretty good shot. Like a long pitch and run around the lake. So there in 1. Cannon second. Just a little firm. Will it come back a little bit? It's trying. Go on. Still rolling. Purvis for the par at 10. didn't hit it. However, the form remained pretty good. Playoff position with 33 points. 32s are now gone. Fairhurst has 33. If he can make a par, he's gold. He'll get into the final. Go on, get up there. It's a tricky one left, just to make sure of everything. This is where that ball eventually stopped on that downslope, just a tickle down the hill. Over tickled, 33. They're stacking up on 33 points. Martin Cannon, another of them. For 35, Fairhurst. Carus Green member, in it goes. And that was the best score of the day, 35 points Ian Fairhurst. The final awaits. So in the end, 33 points was the shootout mark. 5 players vying for just 2 spots. Brannan taking on Nelthorpe, Purvis, Cannon, and Turner. This was the best of the bunch from the club captain. Huge cheer, popular man. David Nelthorpe, bad luck. You will make the World Championship final, as will David Purvis, and as will Martin Cannon. So we have our 4 for the playoff. For the Trilby Tour Championship of Cumbria, Ian Fairhurst, Gareth Hudson, and the 2 qualifiers from the shootout, Frank Brannan and Mike Turner. Just missing out, Martin Cannon, Nelthorpe and Purvis, Paul Naylor, Paul Rogers, and Kevin Thompson, qualifying into the top 10 and qualifying for the World Championship final. Okay, it's time for Hunt's Hunch.
3 members, 3 local boys know this course inside out. Ian Fairhurst, 14 handicap. Gaz Hudson was here in the playoff last year. Very cool, laid-back character, very popular lad. He was broken, absolutely broken when he didn't finish the job. Mike Turner, 1 handicap. He's got to be concerned. He's giving shots away, a lot of shots. Frank Brannan, the man in black, scrapes through on the shootout. Could be the man of mystery. You've got to go with Gaz Hudson. Been here before, seen it. Can play, can mess it up as well. Got to be a boy.
Well, there you have Hunt's Hunch. You now know who cannot win, but we will find out who will win after the break.
The perfect gentleman's playground. The perfect gentleman's playground.
Welcome back. It's the playoff for the 2018 William Hunt Trilby Tour Championship of Cumbria at Carus Green. 4 men playing 3 holes to find 1 champion.
Could we please invite to strike the first ball, Mr. Ian Fairhurst.
Hello, my name's Ian Fairhurst. I'm 59. I'm a member of Carus Green Golf Club and I play off 14 handicap. It was a good day. Weather was good. After my first tee shot on the first, which was a bit of a nightmare, about 20 yards off, a bit of a scuff. I actually then got it together a bit and the weather, I just relaxed and everything just went well from there. And I had a great caddy that helped me around and kept me on the straight and narrow.
Well, he's got a shot at the 5th and the 8th, the first and second playoff holes, so tasty start required with the driver. Now that's got left written all over it. Now he was lucky, that was heading towards the water.
Next on the tee, Mr. Gareth Hudson.
Hello, I'm Gareth Hudson, age 44, play golf at Carus Green here and a handicap of 15. I had a great day really. First tee shot was a bit nervous, but apart from that, just really relaxed and enjoyed the day. So yeah, it's been a really good, another Trilby Tour for me, so I really enjoyed it.
Iron, it's only 360 yards off this forward tee. It seems like it's safe. Oh no, it's not safe, it's found the water hazard.
Next on the tee, Mr. Frank Brannan.
Franny Brannan, 34-year-old, County Golf Club, play off of 9. I think the course is great. It's it can be easy if you get it in the right places, but you can be put in really tricky spots at the same time if you don't use the right club off the tee. I feel great, I already feel good. We're obviously going to the final in Hull, so anything else is a bonus.
For those that are old enough, dun, 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 Frank Brannan. He struck it well. Come on, Frankie. Oh, splash.
And finally, Mr. Mike Turner.
Hi, my name's Mike Turner. 47 years of age, handicap of 1 from Carus Green Golf Club. Fantastic. A bit nervy early on, I have to say, always is, but fantastic day. Held it together. A few wobbly patches, but really enjoyed it as always. Company was great. Martin and Jamie I played with, so thoroughly enjoyed the day. Thank you very much. It'd be great for me personally, of course. It would. What a fantastic achievement, but to get Carus Green back out there as well as having a home champion, I think would be absolutely marvellous. It'd be brilliant.
Well, no strokes for Mike, who plays off 1. Even got a little mashed potato off the back of that tee. Ideal. Absolutely ideal. So they're all underway. 2 in the water, hazard 2 not. Ian Fairhurst, he teed off first and he was short because of the hoardings. This is too far right, surely. Oh, he didn't find the water with the first one, but he did with the second. So this is the 3rd shot after dropping out. Gareth Hudson trying to make amends, make par the hard way. If he's going to have to chip that in. There in 3 with a stroke. Everybody but the captain has a stroke. So Brannan, net 2. Knock it on the green and 2 putt. Where's that finished? It's long. Just there. And sitting down as well. So not in the cheap seats. It's all opening up beautifully for the captain. Struck like a 1 handicapper. There in 2. No stroke, remember. But 2 good shots. So to the chipping and putting. Deaf part of the game. Hudson's 4th. Steady, steady, steady. That's going towards the water. It's just pulled up short. He's looking like dropping quite a few shots at the first hole, as his Fairhurst. So missed the water with a tee shot, in the water with the second, dropped out. This is the 4th shot for Fairhurst. Be up and down for a 5 net 4. Steady, and that's going to keep running. Eventually coming to a stop. Got to keep it out of the water with only 3 holes to play. Frank Brannan. Quite a tricky lie. Downhill, then he's got to get the ball up quick. Needed another yard of carry. It would have been pretty good. Just caught the very top of the bank and it stunned it. So Brannan struggling. Hudson struggling. Shot number 5. And nothing to stop that one. Quite breezy for the playoff. So a long putt for a double bogey 6. Fairhurst for the 5 net 4. Deciding not to chip. And that's a good 5 feet away. So the best he can do is be +1 with his stroke. Meanwhile, back to the calmness of the captain, Turner with his 3rd. Long birdie putt. Talked about not getting the pace right on every putt in his 18 holes. And this time it's very good. So 2 good shots, 2 good putts. Par for Mike Turner. He will lead. But by how many? Brannan for a 5 net 4. Go on. Go! 6 net 5 +1. 2 holes to go for the Scot. And Hudson's double bogey putt is not a short one. It's at least 20 feet. Doesn't make it. That's a 7 net 6. Taking himself out of things, you would think, unless the captain blows up. And Fairhurst's 5th shot. Finished here. That's his 6th. +1 with his shot. So we have a clear leader going to the long 8th hole par 4th.
These are local lads. They've had practice rounds. That's not the hardest hole on the course. 1 player on the fairway, 1 player on the green, 1 player off 1, 1 player at level par. I don't know what's going on there, but Mike Turner's swung it round, and he's taken the shots away already. It's got to be his now.
That's not really a hunch, though, is it? Backing the guy with 2 holes to go, who's the club captain and leading the way after a perfect first hole. Driver, Turner. Oh, he's talking to it. He likes it. A little bit of curl from right to left in the air. What a tee shot. That takes a big chunk off of 482 yards. Fairhurst next up, +1. Tee it high and let it fly. Go on, be as good as you look. Not a bad tee shot. It's avoided the water. Next up, Frank, also just 1 shot back. That's going left rather quickly. Now, what's over there? Nothing that's any good, that's for sure. And last of the 4 to tee off, Gareth Hudson. Wild again. Things are looking very good for Mike Turner. Well, they found it. That's the good news. The bad news is, look at the lie. Look at the brambles in there as well. This is almost impossible. This is going to snag badly. Oh, and didn't it just? Now he's played 2, and now he's got nowhere to go. So he's taken an unplayable line of sight back onto another fairway. Now playing his 4th. Gave that a mighty swish. But playing himself out of the final. Hudson was also left. His 2nd. Get it back in play if he can. And he's done that. There must be a massive smile on the face of Mike Turner. Down the fairway, only played 1. Fairhurst 2nd. And he spooned that left as well.
Took that one out.
So, Hudson for his 3rd after chipping out. And they're coming down here like the red arrows, but not in formation. Turner, meanwhile, the calmness of the captain. Oh, be good. Shouts of be good. Right at it. Oh, another couple of yards. It's in that bunker. And that's what he's got left. So he's played 2. Others are playing quite a few more. Brannan's 5th. It's hard to keep track of this. We're giving you a lot of shots for your money worth, to be fair. Over on the right-hand side. Fairhurst's 2nd was poor. This is what he's looking at. Trying to snap hook it round the corner. Barely got it out of the rough. Maybe a little bit too ambitious, but they're all pressing because Mike Turner's got the game under control. Fairhurst for the par. Net birdie. Get in. The rubbish. They could hand the trophy over here almost. Hudson for the par. That's not hard enough at all. Oh dear. I think we're going to run out of tape here. Unless our editor's very clever. We haven't got enough tape left. Brannan, disaster. Hudson, disaster. More disaster. That's a fantastic shot. That is a fantastic pitch shot. Every credit. Not giving up. Brannan's 7th. Magnificent 7th. It's a D green, so from that tricky cuff lie for his 8. Meanwhile, Turner. Not quite hard enough. Will that hang on? It doesn't look like it's going to. Back down the slope for Turner. He's played 3. No strokes for the 1 handicapper. Fairhurst has a stroke for a 5-net 4. And that's going to run away down the hill. Brannan for his 8. Net 7. Come on. No. We could be looking at a cock and hen here, I'm afraid. Could be double figures for Brannan on 1 hole. For the par, Turner up the hill. Oh, he's holed it. How about that? club captain being roared on by Carus Green Club members. Fairhurst for the 6, net 5. It's almost academic now, you feel. 7 net 6 plus 3 going down the last, the par 3. Fairhurst looks to be done and dusted. What about Frank Brannan? Can he come back? Oh, he's laid it up. So that's a 10. I forgot about the stroke. It's not as bad as it looks. He did actually make a net 9 there. So plus 6 going down the last, the par 3. Hudson reducing the damage maybe with this one. Yes. He needs a hole in one and Turner to drop a shot. Could happen. So it's been a bit of a chat on this final hole of the playoff. Ian Fairhurst, Gareth Hudson, Frank Brannan all got together and decided if Captain Mike Turner could green it with this, they would concede. The swing was good. He loves it. And that is on the dance floor in one. And that, as far as the other three are concerned, is more than good enough. No way for them to make up any ground. And we have a champion, the brand new champion. How about that from the club captain? And a guard of honour as well. And his club members roaring him onto the green. Look at this. Trilby Tour style. Mike Turner, the champion of Cumbria, at his own course, in his year of captaincy. And warm congratulations from the other playoff finalists. Thoroughly deserved. 2 pars to this point. Birdie putt to win. He wants to show off he could hole it. Unlikely. Oh, he's only holed it. That's how to do it properly. Mike Turner, take a bow. Not the usual tight, tense finish to a Trilby Tour playoff, but nonetheless very memorable. The champion of Cumbria, the captain.
We have another 5 regional championships to enjoy over the coming weeks before we explore new event, the Trilby 12s. After that, there is the Trilby 2s pairs competition before everyone meets up in glorious Hull for the World Championship final. Now, let's have a word with the new champion of Cumbria, Mike Turner.
Tremendous, absolutely tremendous. Elated, just, caps off an absolutely wonderful, wonderful day. Thrilled with the way I played in the playoff, very solid. A couple of nice putts at the end, but it's the pinnacle, it's wonderful. 47 years of, 32 years of playing this daft game, and this just caps it. It's brilliant, wonderful.
Shot of the day goes to Alan Ingram for this skillful little chip in on the 5th hole. Now, let's revel in some of the worst play of the day in Rogues Gallery, starting on the 13th with this terrible little dribbler from Carus Green member Graham Dodds. And we may as well stay with Graham just to make sure nothing goes wrong with his follow-up shot. No, that's perfectly fine. Now, maybe Alistair Batchon shouldn't be in the gallery, as this shot does technically move toward the 11th hole, just not very far towards the 11th hole. But on the same one, we're on much safer ground having a pop at Daniel George, as this is undeniably woeful. Determined to hide behind every tree on the course, this is Tristan Spillane, who apparently very shortly will be concealed behind a silver birch. How to find the river behind the 10th now. First, it's the long shot from the tee, ably demonstrated by Paul Faulkner. Then Kev Johnson shows us that being in a bunker need not be a barrier to a successful river finding. But for those who don't enjoy the activity of fishing their ball from the River Kent, Ian Dethick offers up this wild stab right onto the 11th tee. Next, it should be a cameraman, and our boy Chris shows impeccable cool, simply stepping aside to let Stephen Card's effort pass safely by. Mather, the 5th, awful. Mather, the 7th, awfuler. On the 16th, Peter Caradis has clearly been watching Kev Johnson as he copies his bunker to river technique to perfection. David Jones also demands that his thirsty ball seek liquid refreshment on the 5th. And even though he's reached the green, Jamie Stephens realises that he hasn't watered his ball either, so he sends it down to the river. Or does he? Of all the hazards on 18, the one most players strive to avoid is a duff tee shot into the river, which is what makes this one from Richard Holmes all the more impressive. And behind the 18th, someone appears to be smuggling balls away in a rucksack, but this is actually where Peter Carradus landed his tee shot, and he's now wondering whether retrieving it constitutes an act of theft. A lovely piece of nonsense here from Jack Proctor, with a much-rehearsed false stumble to finish it off with a flourish. Finally, The Rock, and taking the role of serial escapee, essayed by Sean Connery in the film of the same name, is Steve Selby. But it looks like it will take a lot more than Nicolas Cage and a SWAT team to get Steve off this one. Let's see what William thought of the playoff.
Madness. Great gesture by the three lads at the end of there to offer him, to pick up. They'd no chance. I mean, Mike didn't play with skin. He played like a one handicapper. That's what they do. Came in at 1 under par. That up and down on the last hole, on the second last hole, was a phenomenal golf. That shot in, the way he swung it in on the last, but I didn't see anyone doing that all day. Everyone's missing the green. He knew what to do.
Next week, the tour moves on to new venue Whittlebury Park for the Championship of Northamptonshire. In the meantime, if you'd like to be a future host of the Trilby Tour, please contact us via the website at www.trilbytour.com. We'll see you next week.
Brendan Boom Boom Delaney.
That's me.
That is you. You played at Preston last week. How did that go?
No, I never played
you
the week
didn't.
before.
The week
No.
before.
No,
Is
it's
that
my
again?
fault. I do beg your pardon.
Oh, Dave, enough info.
William Hunt Savile Row sponsors the Trilby Tour. The perfect gentleman's playground.